here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the,
We're good.
Welcome back. We are the Tailgate Talks here on our episode 13. How about it? Thank you, everybody, for continuing to listen. Also, we hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend. There was some exciting shit that I know we had a great fucking weekend. But we hope you all had a great holiday. We're going to start. We are back to the original. We're going to start how we normally start this fucker off. And go ahead and chug some sugar-free Red Bull.
RB. Crack
Man,
it.
I've had a lot of caffeine today. Couple cups of coffee. It's so cool.
My tooth is frozen.
It's,
Ha!
Started first,
Oh,
finished
here we go.
last.
Here we go. Oh, get in there.
Oh, I already feel it.
Kelly, is that how your eyes felt?
Oh, you don't reshake it?
We're back. PTSD.
Does it smell like this?
It smelled like
Dude,
fucking. It smelled like Fireball.
Oh, man.
Really stings the knot.
Oh, man. Imagine getting that in your eye.
Chewy. Well,
Too
as
soon.
we alluded to, there was some exciting shit this weekend. But we're gonna go ahead and
Yeah, let's spin the shit.
spin,
and then we'll,
spin the spinner.
I'm just going to do it.
All right, go ahead. Fuck it, send it.
I ain't even going to hold it up. You guys can hear it.
I believe in you.
I'm not cheating.
We believe.
Well, he's cheating for sure.
We believe
Look at
that you will win.
Damn it. 32 was there. 42.
42. I mean,
Reeves Maven.
Reggie or come on, man. Jackie Robinson.
I was trying to go local.
I feel like we just did 42. No?
Jackie Robinson hasn't been named
Yeah,
yet.
we removed it.
Oh, like the MLB. We retired it.
We retired it. We already did that one. Ooh, this is looking lineman heavy. 36?
Rashid.
Didn't
Second year Rashid.
Yep.
Westbrook?
That
Brian
makes sense. Brian Westbrook
or
from
Brian, yeah,
the
Brian
Eagles.
Westbrook from the Eagles.
Yes.
Yeah, he was 36. Wasn't he? Or was it 20?
That's 36. What a terrible number.
That's a bad running back number.
36 is the number you wear when you make the team, and then once you're playing, you switch to it.
Yeah, or like freshman moving up. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could have 36, son.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sorry-
I'm a
sorry.
receiver. It's okay.
Sorry to any respectful 36s.
We did 30. We've done 36 as well.
I feel like we have too.
All right, I'll remove
Because
it.
I remember last time 'cause we said Shaq wore it with the Celtics.
Okay, good call. I removed it. A terrible number. Come on! Keep going! Got a good one.
Okay.
You ready?
You almost lost spinning privileges
No,
again.
this is a good one. We did this one before Callie was here. Number 33.
Okay. I mean,
My head goes to two spots. I'll let you guys go. You'll probably take both of them, but
Is one of them play for the Red Wings?
no.
I went right to
No.
Grant Hill.
That's where I went too.
That's my second one went.
Is that,
Who's the wing?
I'm thinking,
is that Pippen?
Oh, that's Drapes, right?
yeah, Chris Draper.
Yeah.
That's where my head went. That's why I thought you went there.
Drapes. That's disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually went to Larry
Larry? Okay.
Bird.
See, I'm staying with Grant. That's my guy.
What jersey?
Teal.
Oh, would you imagine that? Shaq wore it in Phoenix.
Teal. Teal.
Shaq covered the 30s.
The teal horse is my what I'm
Teal
imagining.
Horse Grant.
Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Kareem was 33?
Kareem the Dream. Scottie Pippen. That's
Pippen,
another
yeah.
good one.
Yeah,
Those are the first. Those are the only two that came right to mind.
Frank Robinson. Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
That's a good number.
Patrick. Wow.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yep.
He was 33. I thought he was 32. No, that was 34. Forsberg? 32.
Ooh, Tony Dorsett. This is a good list.
Whenever I think of Patrick Waugh, I think of the game that he gave up like 9 goals and they just left him in.
Alonzo Mourning.
Figure it out.
Grant Hill. A lot of basketball players.
Zoe was
A lot of
33
ba-
too?
Ooh,
Alonzo
Mike
Mourning was for
Piazza.
sure.
Mike Piazza with San Diego.
Yeah, I can picture Lonzo with the Heat. 33.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was pretty good. Jose Canseco wore 33.
Is there any hockey besides
Hendrick.
Drapes.
Big Drapes?
Nope. Alfonso Soriano. That's another good one.
There's there has to be some running backs out there. that
Oh,
are 33.
fucking! This is one of my favorite DBs to ever play the game. Charles Tillman.
Yeah.
The
Peanut.
peanut punch.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Dude, he was so good though.
He was.
You gotta respect the game.
You know, they still call it like with the peanut punch. I
Yeah.
think that's so cool.
Yeah, he created a term. Mark Gasol, Scott Rowland,
No running backs.
Chris Draper,
Aaron Jones.
Is that on the top list there?
Bobby
Aaron
Abreu.
Jones,
yeah.
33 with
Is
Packers.
he with the Vikings right now?
I think
too?
with both, yeah.
This
Might have
is-
been 32
This
with
is probably
Green Bay.
older players. Aaron Jones.
What about
Green
What about
Bay.
Amon Green? No, he's like 30.
Yeah.
Michael Griffin? No idea.
Sounds aggressive.
Yeah, that was it. That's a good list. A lot of good 33s in there. A lot of good 33s.
You're welcome.
in
It
there.
only took me 3 times, but
That's good.
we got there.
The third time is a charm.
Oh, all right. We're gonna start this baby off how we really wanted to. That was Saturday around
It's great to be
3:30.
Wolverine. It's great.
Our boy Kelly was on field during the mayhem.
Yes.
Cal, let us know what happened, man.
Where should I start?
I just bring us through the emotion of
We want to
the.
talk about the game first?
yeah, do we?
Oh,
Let's talk about the game first.
okay.
Let's talk about the game first.
I was excited about his story. I wanted to hear it. All right, I haven't heard it yet. So,
It's insane.
all right, yeah, we can talk about the game. So, Michigan gets the dub, 13-10
Let's-
over the Fuckeyes.
Let's start. We were 20-point dogs.
20
Going to the shoe.
dogs. Did any
Going
of
to that
did any
fucking
of us not
toilet
take them?
bowl.
Fuck, no, we didn't.
We all took them.
We all fucking took them.
I actually bet them too. I
did too.
I not only
Money
bet them,
line.
I bet Kalel Mulling's first touchdown as well. $10 paid $200.
Did you?
Yeah. What kind of odds are those? They were so confident that we would not score or score
Should have
first.
threw a fuck around bet. Him to score first touchdown with the Michigan win.
If I'd have parlayed it, it would have been
You
so
would've
much.
fucking
I didn't.
won.
I did them both separate.
That's
Stupid.
money on that
I
one.
threw 20 on money line.
Dude, I
Paid
did.
out 200.
Yep, I did it separate. I wish I would have done them together. It would have been nuts. But it was freezing there. I don't know if anyone could tell on TV. It was one of the coldest games that I've been
It looked
at.
warm.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was snowed in.
Yeah.
It was.
I was in my cozy house watching it all warm.
Oh, dude.
Me too. Staring at a fucking snow globe.
Their fan. It was the least amount of fans I've seen there, which is no surprise given the way the year is, and also given away Ohio State, how excited they had to be to see them just throttle us the way they thought they would after these last 3 years. So, just a crazy atmosphere, crazy game, and Ryan Day, man, what a
What a
stud!
Fucking please don't fire
Can we
him.
extend this guy?
Please
I
don't
just-
fire him.
There's no one more that Michigan is living rent free in their head than that guy.
Yes.
He is the reason they lost.
All right. So I want you hear the stat line. Michigan's quarterback, 60 yards, 2 picks. Do they win or lose? You hear that prior to the game.
Hey.
62 yards. Give him his credit.
Yeah, man. Don't take those are 2 big yards.
Don't give it.
Would you say we win or lose that game?
Oh, we lost for sure.
Oh, but wait, we absolutely fucking pounded the rock,
Jesus.
fuckers.
It was
32 carries for 116.
I love it.
Mullins. And, yeah, you hear that we don't have our best defensive player. Our best offensive player is also not playing. We lose Don in the end of the first,
into the second.
end of the second, so half with him. And what's your... Yeah, there's no way you're winning that game.
No, not
There's
a chance.
no way.
Not a chance. I'm at Kalel too, man. Shout out Kalel. He cemented himself in Michigan lore. with
Again,
that
he
game.
did that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And he earned
has-
it with the season he had too.
He did, and then he also cemented it with that run he had at
Yeah.
the end of the game.
Awesome run.
It's all like you can go through the Michigan Ohio State games the last 4 years. There's always those big runs. We've always had a big run in
There's
that.
big play.
Yep.
Always.
Haskins, Edwards, Corum,
Yeah.
Mullins.
Right.
He's right there with him now.
All right.
And now
I
he's in
agree. And you didn't get to witness this, but it was disgusting. Was Gus
I heard.
Johnson his last name?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I heard.
He was
Disappointing.
absolutely disgusting. The whole game.
Yeah.
blowing Ohio
It would be
State.
like Michigan got the pick,
Yeah.
and it'd be like interception by the Michigan Wolverines.
He almost had a heart attack.
and then when
Sawyer had that
when
pick.
Sawyer had the pick, he was like, "Oh my god!"
He lost
I
his
was
voice.
like,
Yeah,
"What
it
is
was wild.
going on right now?"
I heard the comments at the end about Sharon Moore and they didn't cheat this time. That's
Right,
fucked up.
That
And-
one's fucked. Even on Mullins, this is why I bring it up. Mullins' run, he's like, "Oh,
Oh, Jack Sawyer got held.
held there by
Evan
And
Link,
I
yeah.
was like, dude,
And yeah, I watched
Shut
that
the fuck
I
up.
watched that replay so many times. I don't see Evan Link or
I don't
Jack Sawyer
either.
once. He tries
And-
to arm tackle.
and I feel like Klatt can be on the Ohio State side. He was like
he almost had-
Like, shut up,
He
dude.
has to
I
balance.
I didn't see a hold there, dude.
Yeah, but he was like,
And then post game, he's the one giving it to Michigan about being disrespectful, like not even acknowledging the fact that maybe Ohio State's in the wrong. Like,
well, he's like, just utter disrespect.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Goddamn right
yeah,
it is.
it is Michigan, Ohio State.
yeah,
And
So who said it? I was watching an interview and they were like, "Well, don't show the video, the hype video where Ohio State's running
Tears down the banner.
pulling down the banner, or the fights in every other fucking matchup. Don't show that to get fans excited, and then when a fight happens at the end of the game,
Right.
Yeah.
you're fucking surprised about it."
Jansen made me fucking laugh too, because Jansen's living this up, right? And he's like, that was a great speech that he said. Like, not letting them plant the flag. He's like,
Promise.
would have been great before the game.
Yeah.
Or at halftime.
Yeah.
Or even the start of the fourth quarter.
Yes, would've loved it.
You can't say any of that after the game. You lost.
the best part too is you guys all see that video circulating around at Jack Sawyer. We're not going to let him. We're not. He's saying that after the flag was already planted.
The flag's already planted.
Okay,
brother.
tough guy.
Actually,
like,
2 flags were planted.
yeah, man. But just insanity, and a shout out. There's an not spoken about a star in this pile. Jason Avant. And the best part too, Jason Avant is our age.
Yeah.
We love Jason Avant. He
Yep.
was a stud at Michigan. He was a
Yep.
stud in the NFL. A lot of people have kind of forgotten about him.
9
And
years in the NFL. I didn't realize his career was that long.
So when Karsh stopped doing the sideline reporting for Michigan, Avant took his place.
Right.
So he's the sideline reporter for in game. And the crazy thing to me is he's on the field every game, usually dressed in normal clothing. He'll wear like a Michigan hat, but everyone leaves him alone because you don't know if he's live on the air. You never know when you can talk to him or not. But even fans, like you'll never get fans. Jason Avant. He's kind of like forgotten about. He's low key. He keeps to himself. And I love that this thing just introduced him to a whole younger, fan base of all the
right.
Michigan fans. They're like, who's this guy? It was some staffer that got the flag back. That wasn't some staffer. Some equipment guy. No, it wasn't some equipment guy.
You couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah.
You
and-
couldn't on TV until after.
You had no idea until they said that it was Avant.
Yeah, and I was happy because you guys being a photographer on the field. I had one picture of him earlier in the game, so you can see his face and everything wearing that outfit.
Right.
And that's why I shared that post immediately. And I said, "Hey, that's who that was."
Yeah.
And it was like,
And
okay.
he was getting pushed not only by players, but by
Their staff.
It looked like staff.
And I love too.
Coaches.
He didn't put his hands on
Didn't put
anybody.
his hands on everybody, and he did.
and he yelled something too, because I don't hear it, but
Someone with him is saying, "Put the hands on me again. Put her hands on him again," or something too. But yeah.
but he says something about the flag, like, you ain't getting this or whatever.
Yeah.
Because Jansen kept talking. I can't remember what it was, but he's like, you can hear it clear as day once you know what he says.
Yeah.
And he says it when he rips the flag away, and he's like,
He did an interview post game too. They asked him about it, and they said, "What? Give us your perspective." And he said, "So post game, he has to set up for some interviews and stuff. So he has a job to do." And he said, when he finishes, he doesn't even know that this all just happened at midfield. All he knows is he turns around, he sees an Ohio State player with the flag. He has a lot of pride in Michigan. That's not going to happen. So he thought all his goal was, do not touch anyone,
Just
do
get the
not
flag.
get the flag back. He grabs the flag back, and yeah, it's kind of wild to see at least 2 players, 2-hand shove him. A staffer comes, and then like 2 Ohio State equipment people run over and try to be tough with them. And I'm like, you guys know who you're talking to right now?
yeah,
Like,
they had no idea.
no
I
clue.
did not know what he did after he got the flag in the tunnel.
Yeah, he said he went in the tunnel. He wore it into the tunnel, and he was waving it. And this wasn't in front of. Again,
But he didn't know what already happened,
we
right?
have separate tunnels
There's
as well.
another tunnel. It wasn't
so-
in front of Ohio State.
so
but
he's-
he was
yeah.
still waving the flag for the players to walk back through.
Yeah, so he was the hype man out of the way of
I
Ohio
love
State
that.
players.
I
but
love
yeah.
that.
A little bit later too, I said some of the offensive linemen came back out to the field, and Miles Hinton was wearing the flag like a cape. So I was like, all right, cool, we got that flag. That thing needs to go up in Schembeckler
yeah,
or
Hall,
somewhere.
right, for
and
sure.
Yeah, just
So do you think they? Because in my group chats, they're like, they're going to be banning flag
So
posting.
I love that Michigan was the biggest deal.
yeah.
There was
I know there's multiple
Arizona
ones.
State.
But do you think that? I mean, I know the Big Ten fined them both because whatever.
I wouldn't be surprised just because of how many things happened on Saturday if they try to ban props or something like that. But really, it's a cop out for like all of a sudden we moved into an era where you get disrespected and it's okay to resort to violence. And,
Right.
and you see it every day in everyday life. Like, come on now. Like,
There's a winner and loser.
Texas planted the flag at Michigan this year.
Right.
No one cared. Oregon planted the flag
Same thing.
at Michigan this year.
Weird that he
Nobody
cared.
cared.
Weird
Michigan did it 2 years ago.
Right.
It's weird that Texas cared about it. The Texas A&M game.
Well,
The
we're-
coach seemed to care
Yeah.
that game.
Well, yeah, you got all high and mighty. Well, no, we got better places to celebrate. The fuck you do.
Yeah.
You
we
did
don't.
it at
we don't
Michigan,
forget.
motherfucker. We
Right.
watched.
Yeah,
Right.
man. So,
But I just think too, like that. I think the more disrespectful thing was Oregon calling a timeout and scoring again.
100%. And the more
That was
disrespectful
more
thing.
disrespectful than planting a flag.
Did anyone watch the end of the Ohio State Indiana game? They fucking
They didn't
they're,
need to score.
They're
They
up
could've-
3. Not only did they score again, I didn't realize this. They lined up in formation to take a knee, and they fucking QB sneaked a touchdown. They were in victory formation, both running backs next to the quarterback under center, and they sneaked it in and go up 4 scores instead of 3. Like, how? Come on, man.
Did that cost Indiana too from going to the Big Ten championship?
No,
because wasn't that the tiebreaker?
it was some,
Indiana,
it
Penn
was,
State, and it was Ohio State of.
but the tiebreaker's opponent's record differential. So, but
oh, is that what it was? I didn't know that.
But 1,000%, they were just trying to make a point. And come on now, you did that 1 week before on your field, man.
Right, and to circle back to our boy Ryan, we didn't really, and we got off the game because we got into the post. They could have dominated that game, and we saw 2 minutes of it right before half.
Yep.
They started throwing the ball. They stopped trying to prove that they were tough, and I really think they could have beat us. But
I mean-
they kept going back to that well of we're going to run
They
the ball.
absolutely could have
We're
beat
going to be the tougher team.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yep.
Just
not in the trenches.
say, hey, we're putting out 15 receivers into the league every 10 years.
Yeah.
Own that. You don't have to be tough.
And yeah, I think it's a combination of our pass rush and a combination of Will Howard throwing the picks and pissing all over himself. But so if they decide to pass more, they throw more picks. But I think their best chance was
the Will Howard hit that
100%.
what
Makari Page.
That
Big time
I
hit.
think was bigger than
And
everyone else thought.
I'm telling you guys right now, you didn't see it on TV. If you're watching at home, they went to commercial after you got hurt. It was probably a 3-minute commercial break, and 2.5 minutes of it, Will Howard was down on the field, not moving. Like, I would bet money that he had a concussion, and they somehow kept it under wraps, and they put him back in the game. A couple minutes later, he's running around on the sideline like they're trying to make it look like he had a lower body injury. Like, watch that replay. Tell me what he hurt in his lower body.
He missed one play, and they're like, "There's no way he went through."
Not
the
a
protocol.
second. They must not have.
There's no way he went through that.
Yeah, not zero chance. Doctors were looking at him, then all of a sudden, again, at the stadium, you see him sprinting along the sideline while the other quarterback's in the game, and the crowd just erupts, and I'm like, what are they cheering about? And I look, I'm like, I don't think we're worried about his legs, guys. I think we're worried about his head. Put him back in the game. Never got brought up again. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I don't want to win a game because your quarterback got knocked out, but
Anyways,
I think he sucked.
Kyle McCord won his rivalry game.
Yeah, dude.
Man, I said it last year.
Did you watch any of that game or no?
I didn't.
Bits
I
and
saw the
pieces. I
stats.
saw the.
I was done.
Miami was up 28.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, it was 28-0.
28 or 21.
Jesus.
It was an elite
28-7. They were up 21. You're right. It was 28-7.
Wow.
and lost.
Wow.
Yeah, and they might not be in the playoff now because of it.
It's kind of, I don't know. We're not going to get into college football playoff right now, but it's a joke that I'm sitting here listening to people debate. Should Alabama or Miami be in the playoff? Neither of them should. Jesus Christ. But that's another topic.
Yeah, we'll get to that next week. But yeah, great overall win. The fact that there was only 175 yards passing by Will Howard, that Smith only had 35 yards for 5 catches is an absolute disgrace.
Yep.
I will take it.
Probably had them all on that drive.
I think he did. I mean, the pass interference call was probably was probably one of the better plays because he got beat
He missed a face mask.
and
The face mask
Yeah.
is the one that I was in the opposite end zone. They don't show the replays when they're even controversial at all, especially
Right.
at Ohio State. So
Yeah.
I had no idea that happened. I'm getting text, oh, face mask. They missed a face mask. And then when I finally watched it, I was like, oh, my God, what a terrible call. But and even the next pass interference, now Jair Hill definitely interfered with Jeremiah Smith. It's the right call. But the only reason that call happens is because Will Howard threw the ball so bad.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so
And the
bad.
pass interference was in the end zone. Even if it wasn't a face mask, it was a smart play. He
Yeah.
was beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it
Right.
was pass interference. However,
And they,
Motherfucker had his hand closed
and they end up
on
missing
his face mask.
They end
and
up
pulled
missing
down.
the field goal after that anyway. So
Tell you what, man, that we all know. Yeah, I've been saying about Jake Bates all year. I want to see how you bounce back from missing a field goal. Ohio State's kicker's been pretty good this year. Hasn't played in a lot of close games. Hasn't had much pressure on him. He misses that first one, and I'm just like, oh boy.
So when Zavada made his 54-yard field
Fucking
goal,
stone cold.
Yeah.
Stone Cold, and
Fucking
like to
dog.
me. So I said it when he made it. I'm like, the fact that he's not even nominated
Nah,
to be in the kicker of the year conversation is insane.
ridiculous.
Absolutely insane. How many 50-yarders did he hit this year?
7 of 7.
all of them.
7 of 7.
All of them.
Yeah, wild. He missed one all year and it was blocked, but just insanity how good he's been and how we made a joke. They spent $20 million on their roster in the offseason. They forgot to get a kicker. Now I know their kicker's been good, but
I'm trying to look up his stats
our
right
transfer
now.
I
portal
know I
guy,
said it last week that Will Howard doesn't impress me. That's exactly why.
it was bad.
He was bad.
Yeah,
The picks were terrible.
yeah.
They're like,
The out route he threw, I'm behind him, and all I know is I just see him throw it, and I'm thinking wherever he's throwing that to, he must be throwing it out of bounds because it floated it. It was like there was no zip on the ball at all, and then I don't see it through the line, but I hear the celebration. I see we picked it off, and then the next one, well, I don't even know. He threw it so far behind him and hit our guy in the chest. Like he had a beat.
horrendous.
I will say the pick in the end zone that Michigan threw
Oh, I thought
Was-
that was game over.
was one of the worst
Oh, yeah.
passes. I mean,
Just
Yeah.
throw it. Let him run
I'm
to
like,
it.
I'm like,
There's
I
nothing
could have
but-
made that pass.
Yep.
There's no one behind you.
Yep.
And I get it. He
I know.
didn't see him. 'cause
I understand.
He was the DN.
But still, I think
Yep.
you text me that your soul hurts from that pass.
My soul did
yeah,
hurt.
like-
Literally, because he was wide open.
so go.
It's tough. It's tough to fault the OC because he was so open.
That's not-
The reason I was mad at the
You
OC
should've
was
gave the ball to Mullings.
if we just run the ball 3 times, we run off 2 minutes off the clock, and we
Right.
were going to score a touchdown.
agree.
I was more worried about the clock at that point.
If
but
if they would have lost because of that,
it hurt.
it would have sucked.
Well, he's not here.
I just
anymore,
remember as I'm watching the game, I'm trying not to get too excited throughout it. You know, I'm like, oh, halftime. Here we're at.
That was me the whole time.
Third quarter, I was like, okay. Fourth quarter, I'm like, we're gonna win this. We're gonna win this fucking game. And it just kept getting closer. I'm like, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up. And I was like, yeah,
The
you know.
defense kept stepping up.
I know.
Yep.
Without their best player, he had one missed kick this year.
It was blocked, yeah.
No. The Ohio State guy.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay.
missed against Nebraska. He was 8 for 9,
So that's, yeah.
and then he missed 2 versus Michigan.
Jeez.
So he will be not joining the Ohio State Buckeye team, I would think, next year. You can't do that.
He gone. He probably, yeah, he's not allowed back in Ohio. Period.
No.
Anyways,
Um.
it's kind of getting musty in here. It's like my eyes are stinging.
Yeah. So, how are your eyes feeling, Kelly?
They're good now. So
How are they on Saturday around 3:30, 4 o'clock?
the guys are joking about. So I was on the field 2 years ago for Michigan Ohio State. They planted the flag. Cool celebration post game. Everything went pretty smooth, and all I can think because of what happened is that Ohio State for the last 2 years has been saying, "We're not going to let these fuckers do this again." But in their heads when they're saying that, the reason is because you're going to win the game. Like you're going to win the game. So when they lost, they had nothing left but to do this. But the game, I'm at the 30 on the sideline. I always try to get as close as I'm allowed to get to the coach when the game's going to end because my first job as a photographer is to run out and get the handshake. So I run to the 50. I get the picture of Ryan Day, Sharon Moore. They dump the Gatorade on Sharon Moore. It's a party. It's cool. I immediately remember the flag and the way their stadium is set up. Their flag is back by our end zone where our band is and our cheerleaders because it's the cheerleaders' flag. So I said, I'm gonna go get the pictures of the flag because 2 years ago I got a really good video of them running with it. So I'm like, okay, cool. I run all the way to the end zone. I see the flag come out. I'm like, oh, here we go. Get my phone out.
It's a great video if you haven't seen it on ESPN, on Barstool, on everything. It's there.
Yeah, ESPN, Barstool, Woodward stole it. A lot of people, this video made circulation. And like I said, most people asked for it, so it was cool. But I get the phone out. I record. They get the flag. I run all the way to the 50 celebration. I get them. They plant the flag. It's a party. And then all of a sudden, pushing and shoving. And I'm like, oh, boy, keep recording. Keep recording. I don't keep recording. it all kind of gets diffused, and it's okay. It's normal, just like any pushing and shoving you ever see. And then Derek Moore from Michigan gets the flag back up. I'm probably biased because I'm a Michigan fan and I know Derek Moore and I've spoke with him, and he's a really like calm, nice, like he's not the person that a lot of people will, but he gets the flag back up, and in my perspective, he's trying to run it along the 50 and back to Michigan. As soon as he gets it back up, he gets a two-hand shove from Ohio State player, kind of knocks him off his path, and in his path, he hits an Ohio State staffer. That guy turns around and shoves him, and then it's on. Mm-hmm. He's like, looks at that guy, and then he gets jumped by 7 or 8 people. They want the flag. So it literally looked like in the Lion King, dude.
Well,
like,
the thing that's crazy is that he had the pole.
Yeah. So
and it rips off the pole, which...
So it didn't just rip off the pole. It looked... and now imagine the Lion King scene when the hyenas jump Scar. Like, this is what it looks like. Bop, bop, bop. Derek Moore's down. Jack Sawyer grabs the flag while Derek Moore's still holding the pole, and Jack Sawyer rips the flag off the pole. You hear the damn fans
cheer,
go nuts.
Right.
And I'm like, shit, this is escalating where it doesn't need to go. So Derek Moore's at the bottom of this pile.
It's a lot to say where the whole game.
Yeah, and Derek Moore's at the bottom of the pile. Now, I got video of Jack Sawyer ripping the flag off, and we later saw what happens. He puts it on the ground. Jason Avant grabs it. I don't get that because I'm looking at Derek Moore, and this is when, and I can't disagree with the thought process of bringing out the pepper spray because, again, Derek Moore's at the bottom of this pile. You don't know what's happening. He could be in serious. Mm-hmm. So the only thing that bothered me is that if they do it right away, cool. But they wait, and as Derek Moore's kind of getting pulled out of the pile, now cops just start spraying. And I mean, next thing I know, I square in the face, both eyes. Gone. I'm blind. Now I'm in the middle of a pile with thousands of dollars in camera equipment. I had it tucked high and tight like a football, and I just said, oh, God, fetal position, standing up, here we go. Don't break the camera, don't get hurt. And cops are screaming to get back, and I'm like, where's back? I don't fucking know. Like,
which way is back?
Get to your side. I was like, well, which side where am I at? And the cops said, what's wrong? I said, one of you fuckers sprayed me like from 2 feet away. And eventually a couple good cops helped me over to the sideline, and they were... It reminded me, I was joking, the scene in Billy Madison.
Laughed so hard when he sent that.
The kid's getting sprayed with the hose.
Yeah.
That
He's
was
like,
me.
stop it, mister.
I'm sitting on Michigan's bench, and they're just dousing me with water. Mind you, it's 20 degrees, freezing cold already. And they're just freezing cold water. But it was an experience. No regrets. About 10 minutes later, I could see again and got back into the celebration. But just absolute insanity. And my favorite thing that came from it is that video you saw Jack Sawyer being a tough guy and Ryan Day just standing there frozen.
He's like enjoying it. Isn't that what it seemed like? Sawyer's trying to get out there.
Lost.
Is it an equipment guy?
I don't know who it is.
Whoever the fuck that guy, he's like trying to hold him back, and Day's just like,
whoever it is, if I'm the head coach, it's someone that I'm not letting him put his hands on that way.
Yeah.
That's why he literally is,
and he's watching it.
He's manhandling him like, I'm not going to, and you're the head coach. And I'm not saying get in the pile. Sharon Moore was in the pile. Sharon Moore was pulling players out. Sharon Moore was yelling.
The whole Michigan staff was.
I'm not saying Ryan Day should be in the pile. Don't interject yourself in there. Don't put yourself in harm's way.
Get your team back.
But do something. Yell at them. Tell somebody. Like, anything.
The other thing, too, is like, I know there's the 2 tunnels, but Ohio State was across the whole field.
Yes.
What were you expecting? Like,
yep.
What can Michigan do at that point?
Yeah.
Get your team off the fucking field.
Yeah.
They just lost.
Yep.
Get them off.
Yep. And
he was almost like encouraging, go do it.
And I can tell you, again, from the media perspective, I haven't been at a lot of Michigan losses over the last 4 or 5 years, especially at home. I learned something new this year, that they don't let you in the tunnel until the other team is completely gone. So in years past, Michigan would win, the other team would leave, and then I'd hang out with Michigan on the field, and then I'd go up whenever I want. This year, Texas and Oregon, both games, I had to sit there and watch their whole celebration. I was not allowed to leave until they left the field. So it's like...
So Michigan is on the sideline the whole time.
So they were not allowed to go. And at Ohio State, it's the same thing. They have to cross
So
Michigan's sidelines over here, and they go to the tunnel in the opposite corner, vice versa. So they completely will hold you, and now you got cops with their bikes and everything until Ohio State goes completely. So it's just
So is that because of the state game though?
at Michigan it is because there's one
Be-
tunnel.
Right. So I think that was because of the state game that they started doing that before, because they used to walk off with them.
Yep. But the point for me is, so when I say at home, the Oregon and the Texas game, when I got caught on the field, Michigan's already completely gone. It's just the team that loses generally leaves the field first because you lost. Even at home, you get the hell out of there. You don't need to stay for the celebration. So when Texas planted the flag, most of Michigan's probably already gone and they're leaving. Same with Oregon. You lost. Get off the field. Ohio State was not leaving, and I know they sing their song, whatever. They were like refusing to go to their locker room. If they just keep it moving like they did 2 years ago,
Yeah, that would have been.
we're all good. So that's what,
Yeah. So the one of Grant yelling that Sawyer's a pussy.
Graham.
Graham. Sorry.
Ohio State pussy.
Great video.
I love that.
I don't know if you guys took the picture, but when the flag is planted and the Michigan players are doing Ohio,
Yeah, that
great.
doesn't take that. That's
It's all
and the
the
best part is
special
it's the
teams.
kicker, the punter,
yeah.
the holder.
The guys that talk so much shit, you know what I
They
mean?
just
They're
hit
not
you-
going to back it up. They're just going to talk it.
The most subtle troll you could ever
Yeah.
hit anybody with.
I
It was our
love
two
it.
kickers, our punter, and our fucking long snapper.
Love-
So great.
Love it. That's a great
That's
picture.
hilarious.
I
I think they pulled that off like the spider cam or something, dude. I don't even know who took it.
It
but-
was so good. And then Mullen's interview afterwards, when he was talking about how they just need to be better losers. and I feel like he was wasn't he part of the Michigan State
so the
debacle?
The funny thing, and I know Michigan State people are cringing here in Mullings. Mullings is one of the nicest, fucking, most awesome guys you could ever be around. He was accused in the Michigan State thing of like stomping someone. And
Okay.
I told you he's the one. Someone was holding his foot. He was trying to, and they show all the breakdown, all the tape. He never got in trouble, and he was completely cleared of it. So there's still people that hear the name Mullings. And, oh yeah, he's
yeah.
no.
I just thought I couldn't remember what his role was. in
Yeah.
it.
So I love that interview.
But interview was great, and then the interview you sent, I can't even remember. Was it a
No, it was Travion Hendrickson's interview.
Oh, yeah.
Hendrickson?
was
Yeah,
great.
it was.
He's-
shout out, yeah.
Which I mean, I feel like he's been there for 5 years.
He was the
He's
same
been running the ball forever.
So 4 years, same
McDonough.
class as Donovan Edwards.
Yeah.
W-
They've kept close.
Yeah, we got the 5-star Edwards. They got the 5-star Henry, and we
Yep.
both were recruited by both schools.
Yep.
So they've been close since. But yeah, shout out to him. And I said, I saw Travion Henderson do something in the game that I was shocked. Like it's Michigan Ohio State. Everybody hates each other. The crowd's going nuts. And you guys can imagine anytime Ohio State runs a play, Michigan makes a tackle in the backfield, somebody's towel gets ripped off, a Michigan towel. We're wearing all white. It's pretty clear it's a Michigan towel. And how many times you see a guy throw that thing backwards
Yeah.
or just leave it or stomp on it or something? Travion Henderson was coming back to the huddle, saw the flag, picked it up, walked back over towards Michigan's huddle and like threw it to whoever it was. And I was like, holy,
Yeah,
that
you don't see
guy's,
that. You don't
that's
see
a
that.
really decent guy. Like, and I'm just random in game. This is like the second quarter, and I'm like, man, he seems nice. And then the post game stuff comes out, and that's super cool. So
And that was them praying at the end of the game and Donovan being in there with them. Like
Yep.
that was, and that's
Yeah.
just those are two great human beings.
That was all happening while the other chaos was happening.
yep,
And
just
that was- no, I thought the same thing when I saw Hendrickson's interview. Like that's a class act. That's how you're supposed to lose if you lose, and he knows he's going to have an NFL football career.
Yep.
Well,
Like,
I
he's
just
not
feel
fucking, like-
I just feel like as an NFL scout, not saying that how whatever happened, but like I feel like that drops stock for Sawyer,
100%.
I think so.
right? Like I don't know if he's a
Yeah,
I don't know is he a senior? Yeah, he's a senior. He
senior.
stayed.
yeah,
He's a good football
Oh
player.
for 4, right, against Michigan.
yep.
And
class.
it's just got to him, man. You know.
Well, that's because when he was a freshman, he said they're going to win the next 4 years. They're not going to lose
Yeah.
to Michigan. Well, he's there. And they
That
were
was
gonna
during
win,
his
like,
recruiting video, wasn't it?
He
Yeah,
said
and like
he-
seven. I wouldn't be surprised if I have 7 to, or we have 7 to 6 national
And he sounded a lot like
championships.
LeBron with the Heat about
Yeah.
how many rings they're going to win.
Not
But,
one, not 2.
That was how many wins they had.
A random thing
Not
too,
2,
like
not 3.
I know my opinion isn't the end all be all, but like one thing I'm able to do with my access is get just like a different view of things. And from my perspective, I was on the field for 11 out of 12 games this year. Every away game. I was at Washington, Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio State. And the one consistent thing of those 4 games, opposing fan bases yelling, fucking cheaters, cheaters, cheaters. Treating our players with so much disrespect you couldn't even imagine. And again, imagine if you're a football player, you just won a national championship. You bust your ass every day. You're not, regardless of how you feel about signs, you're not stealing signs. You're the one putting in the work. You're the one playing. And you hear this all year. Now you go to Ohio State. All you've been hearing is how the last 3 years have been, you cheated. You stole signs. You did this, blah, 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 blah. None of it matters. It's all about this game, which you're supposed to get your ass beat in. In and out of the tunnel. Ohio State lining up the tunnel to intimidate you, running their mouths the whole time. You're not planting a flag. You're not happy after the game. You're not celebrating after the game. So for the people at home that are, oh, it's disrespectful. You shouldn't plant. Like, dude, kindly fuck off. Like, come on.
It's weird. I heard that same take on the ticket a couple days ago.
Yeah, but it's just over the years, man. Over the years, how many times have you seen teams do something like that don't result in a fight?
I just don't understand throwing things onto the field or spitting at another human being.
Yeah.
I guess that thought's probably never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything more disrespectful than spitting on someone?
And
Let alone not just someone, but like Jansen said, he was getting spit at.
Well,
He's got his fucking daughter
He
with
said
him.
to his daughter, "Stay close, but don't stay too close. People throw things at me. They spit on me. So stay at a distance where I can see you.
It's
but
not
don't
an
stand near
exaggeration.
me."
I almost feel like those fans that line where Michigan's tunnel is, it's like a premium ticket to get for that reason.
To spit on
and
them?
I didn't personally see spit. I saw the picture of a fan
Yeah.
spitting. And I'm there. I got the video of them coming out. I got the video of them going in half, coming out of half, post game. I recorded like a 30-second clip going in at halftime. And in that 30-second clip, you probably hear the word cheater 45 times. Like, and I mean screaming. Just fans are unhinged. Just so you think, what side am I on as far as whose fault it is with the flag planting? Come on, man. You got a little bit of hurt feelings don't justify violence.
Nope.
So,
and the last thing I want to talk about is, so Michigan got, obviously we signed Underwood, we smashed Northwestern, and it feels like Michigan has that swagger, that aura, whatever you want to fucking call it now. It's back. Going into that game, coming out, coming out of the tunnel, they were fucking
if I told you
hyped.
If I told you 3 weeks ago, how do you feel about the program? How do you feel about Sherrone Moore? How do you feel about Michigan? To now, could it possibly have switched and improved any more than it did?
No, for real.
Like Underwood, Northwestern throttling, and honestly, the Northwestern game kind of gave us hope for Ohio State. We beat them 50-6.
I agree.
They beat them 30-7. I came away from that game looking at the box scores, comparing the games, and
I
I'm
think
like,
everyone did.
oh shit,
We got a shot, right?
we actually have a pulse. We have a chance in this game, and then to go into Columbus and do what they did, that's the worst. That's the worst loss in this rivalry, and
I think so. I think it's the most embarrassing loss.
100%.
20-point dogs.
20.5 million roster.
A side note for any Michigan fans out there too, that if you need, like, how many times over the last 4 years have we heard, oh, but Michigan, you ducked us in the COVID year. You ducked us in the COVID year. We were like a 24.5 point underdog that year. So were we Saturday. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny. Like, we remember what happened last time you guys were heavy favorites against us. So
Right.
The born on third base comment just stands even.
That's great.
the best part is, but he didn't. Harbaugh just ends that at the end. Some people are born on third base. They act like they hit a triple, but they didn't. Similar quote that I love from Saturday. Sawyer, we're not going to let him plant the flag again. Like, again. Just fucking
That
again.
word.
Again.
That word. Yeah, just fucking great.
What were your guys' perspective watching at home? Like, how was it? Were you up north?
I was up north. We got fucking pounded with snow, so I wasn't moving.
Saw
I didn't
those
move
pics.
I didn't move from the couch. I was
locked
very
in.
locked in. Josh and I were texting back and forth.
Just locked in. I was I had no kids. I had no nothing either.
Yeah,
Just
so I was
locked.
locked in, and
Same.
like my niece is running around and like she wants to play, and like I'm like, not right now. Mm-hmm. Like I put my hand out, not right now, because again, I said it last week. Records don't mean shit during a rivalry game. However, I thought Ohio State was probably a better football team. Skill-wise, they should have been a better football team.
Payroll. They had
Payroll
more-
on
yeah.
paper,
They
like
made more money.
everything said they were better. So the fact that like when that game was close, right at halftime, we do the mac and cheese cook-off on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at Kim. I was like,
Yeah, I ain't touching any of that.
I'm not leaving. I'm not doing anything. I want you to know that now. So like my perspective is every time we needed a big play from our defense, they came up humongous. Mason Graham
good.
is the best interior defensive lineman in college without question. The impact he had on that game was fucking insane.
Graham.
Like, I
Best-
think of
Best D tackle all time in Michigan history.
I think so too.
there was
I
a play. They were down and getting towards their end zone. It was their second missed field goal. He's getting blocked. He's getting double teamed. Travion Henderson has a run lane. He sheds the fucking block and tackles him for 2-yard loss.
Yep.
In like,
Yeah, just
holy shit!
just send that game film to the NFL.
Well, there's not many times defensive tackles can put together a highlight film that you want to watch. And
I'll watch
every
this.
time I see Mason Graham shared, I'm like, oh yeah, like this.
He just dummies people. Like he's throwing people out of the way. And like again, you already said Maulings, but that I think as soon as he had that run at the end of the game, I'm like, game over.
Yeah.
That's it. Game over. We're in field goal range. I would have loved to see him score a touchdown, but
So Mason Graham led the team in tackles
dude, unreal.
I'm not
as a
surprised.
D tackle.
It's all awesome for Mason Graham, and it's also hilarious for Ryan Day in the play calling. You fucking kept running up the middle.
What
Like,
do you-
Mason Graham's
the
not
o-
making tackles on
the-
sweeps.
The only positive that you had over Ohio State was D line over O line.
and everyone knew it.
They had injuries on the O line. Not even if they were full strength, we probably still would have been a positive. But like that was the only piece we had,
and you knew
and
that.
he just kept running at it.
What are you doing?
Just how dumb.
While we're making fun of Ryan Day, that last possession, 12 men on the field coming out of a timeout.
And then you take another timeout.
And they
But
didn't,
they didn't get a penalty for that,
They
right?
They did
should
get a
have.
penalty.
So they got the penalty for the 12 man. They should have got it for the timeout. But the refs are being nice. It should have been a personal foul.
Correct.
So I swear to God, he is shitting his pants, and I don't know what's going on. I didn't notice there's 12. I'm right there. I'm looking at Ryan Day, and I see him calling for timeout, and I'm saying, you're not allowed to call timeout.
That's a double.
You're not allowed to call timeout. The referee acknowledges him, doesn't throw the flag, and just stares at him, and then they go to the stoppage, and they say, illegal substitution, 12 men on the field.
Yeah.
And that was being nice,
It
because
was.
it should have been half the distance.
And the other one you brought up too was after Sawyer's pick.
Sawyer gets the interception, and he does a whole lap on the field without his helmet, and they're all going nuts, and I'm just, hey, that's not allowed.
It was like Des Bryant against
And
Detroit when he took his helmet off.
and it's not a gray area.
Prick.
It's clear cut. That's a
If you
fucking
take your own
fouling.
helmet off, it's
Yes.
a penalty. If it gets knocked off during the play, it's not a penalty.
Yep. Jack Sawyer, man, tough guy, real tough guy.
I thought he was a good football player, and then after that shenanigans,
Yeah.
fucking what a loser.
In the words of Mason Graham, Ohio State pussy.
He is. Dude, we've all been a part of losses.
I love it.
We've all been a part
That's
of
all he
losses.
yelled.
Ohio State pussy.
Ohio State pussy.
And Jack Sawyer, yo, your season's over. Ohio State
We've all been a
pussy.
part of. We've all been a part of losses. Nothing in my mind says I'm gonna go talk shit.
Yeah.
You just beat me.
I mean, I don't even want to talk to you though.
I don't wanna look at you. I don't wanna talk to you.
Let me get out
let
of
me
here.
get the fuck out of here.
That was his comeback. Your season's over. Oh, Ohio State pussy.
Well, the funniest thing is like your season's over. It's like we still got a bowl game.
Yeah.
Like I know our playoffs is over. Like
Yeah.
that shot's over.
Yeah.
We still got another game.
Just because of that loss, I hope they don't get into the playoffs, even though I think they're going to.
So this is a deeper mind fuck that I enjoy. It just clicked for me the other day. For the rest of Jack Sawyer's life, every single time he goes anywhere, there's gonna be an Ohio State fan that's gonna say, "Man, that was awesome how you took that flag from Michigan." And he's gonna be okay, cool. He's gonna live it up a little bit, but in the back of his mind, he's gonna have to remember
They
why
never-
he did it,
And he never beat him.
and he's gonna have to know that he did that because he was frustrated that he was 0-4.
And he's gonna have to remember
Well, and-
Mason Graham calling him an Ohio State
and if he's
pussy.
not getting held back, he's gonna be 0-5 against Michigan because Mason Graham whoops his ass.
Yeah, he
like,
he's a state championship wrestler.
yeah, They did him a favor not letting him get to Mason
That
Graham.
guy might have been the MVP of Ohio State, the guy that held him back.
100%. 100%.
Getting embarrassed in front of everybody.
So,
I mean, what do they say? That he's never going to have to buy a drink again in Columbus? And there it's like, who the fuck's buying him a drink? He never
Yeah,
beat
man.
it. He never beat Michigan.
Yeah.
Never won the Natty. Never did anything. What
I'm
did this
sorry.
guy do?
You went 0-4 against Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't. If
But he's a legend. Fuck off, dude.
For what? Stealing a flag after a game you lost?
Yeah.
if he didn't
Sick
act
play,
the-
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Sweet man.
as a football player and having like that spot in my heart where I'm like, if it wasn't for the way he acted, I'd almost feel a little bad for him. But because of the way it
No.
went down, fuck that guy.
Well, also, they keep talking about like whatever, but Ohio State was like, blah blah blah. Don't they shit on Michigan's flag every halftime?
Yeah, they're
Like they're playing wherever, and they got like a bear shitting on it.
Yeah,
The
band did it a couple weeks ago, yeah.
or however every time the band comes out, there's a Michigan flag that they disrespect.
Yep.
Like you asked for this.
Yes. And again, we go back to when they show that highlight all the time when they ripped the banner down years ago, and
Yep.
it's just. I have a picture from probably 3-4 years ago. When the cheerleaders are waiting to like do their thing and they have the flag on the ground, and then they run across the field at home. It was the year that the Haskins game. I have a picture from the crowd of a couple other guys came out and they just did like their kneeling prayer on our Michigan flag, and the cheerleaders trying to get it from them, and they're like, "Fuck it!" Like, and it's just stuff like that where you're like, "Fuck this team, man."
Well, that's the thing. That's why I hate. Like, you're disrespecting people that are they're a part of the game, but they're not. They're not a part of the game. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
They're fucking supposed to run across the field with a flag. Now
Yep.
you're being an asshole.
Yep.
To a woman, first of all.
Yeah, and that's
So, your thoughts? Is Ryan Day fired?
If they don't make the college playoff,
Well, I think
they're making the
They're
playoff.
in. They're in.
I think he
'Cause
has
They're
to-
not playing for the.
he has to win a
medals.
game in the playoff.
but if Oregon loses to Penn State in the Big Ten championship,
They're still going to
I
be
still
in.
think they're in.
The rankings came out last week.
so you think they're going to be the
sure.
third Big Ten team in?
They're saying there's 4.
Yeah.
Indiana's going to get in still too.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, because if Penn State wins, they're in.
It's going to be another
Penn
year.
State, Oregon,
So this will be
Ohio State, and
This will be
Indiana.
another year that Ohio State loses to Michigan, gets lucky, and makes it into the
yeah,
playoffs.
I think they will.
and for
Another
the,
year. This will
and-
be the third.
Because
Yeah.
because they were saying that they might be the 8-9 seed, like they put them at like the hardest game
yeah.
against Tennessee.
So the best part,
That's what I heard because they
So-
they only lost to Oregon and then they rivalry.
and for the people that are thinking, okay, well, beating them doesn't mean anything because they still made the playoff. Well, we ruined their chance at the Big Ten championship, which still matters. We ruined their chance at a home game at a bye week, which still matters. And they're going to have to open the playoff on the road. Whoever they draw, they're not playing at home anymore.
They ain't beating
that's-
Oregon again.
That's great.
Well, but what I'm saying is if it's the 8-9 seed,
Yep.
I think Ohio State's the 8th seed over. I'm sorry, Tennessee. Ohio State. I think
So they have to go on the road.
I would think that they would be home for that.
All right, so when they inevitably lose in the first playoff game, he gets fired.
I think he's got to win the Natty.
One of
Or
my
he's-
favorite-
or he's gone.
one of my
I don't
favorite-
think I don't think a playoff win saves him.
One of my favorite pastimes the last couple of years is leaving Columbus with a dub, listening to Columbus sports
Oh,
talk
God.
radio.
Yeah.
And they wanted him fired 2 years ago. So you can only imagine the meltdown that their fans are having.
There is not
Well-
a fan that I have heard from Ohio say they want Ryan Day.
Well, take where we were 4 years ago with Harbs.
Yep.
Couldn't beat Ohio State. Couldn't beat. Lost to Michigan State.
Now look at us. Who would have thought?
And and they wanted him gone, and we were like, okay, give him another year, and then he proved it, right? But that's where they were at 2 years ago with Day.
And they've
Yeah.
been nothing but top 5 recruiting classes. They had all those portal guys. This year, man,
They're still number 2 in recruiting.
all the portal guys, all the I'm coming back. Denzel Burke,
Right.
Denzel Burke came back just to pass interfere some more, and like, come on, man. Just,
and Caleb Downs lost to Michigan twice in the same year.
Yeah.
where's he going to transfer to this year? He's about to end up at Michigan State or something.
Bring
it- come to Michigan.
Make sure he gets
I
his
will,
third
dude.
L.
I will
Yeah.
say the
Come
I'll
on,
take
man.
him. I'll take him.
the Quinn Ewers meme was kind of good.
Yeah.
Because he's wearing a Texas jersey.
Quinn
the
Ewers is-
only 2021 Ohio State recruit to beat Michigan, and it's Quinn Ewers in a Texas jersey.
They had like
And
9
Texas is-
5-stars in that class, by the way. None of them. Only one beat Michigan was Quinn Ewers with Texas. That's ridiculous.
Texas is a good football team. I hope it ends up being them in Oregon in the national championship because that'll be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, and there's a couple. Yeah, just
I'm excited to see how this playoff.
I just
plays
want
off.
Ohio State to lose in the first round.
yep. I whatever it takes for them to not win a natty, because that's the only thing that they could do to feel good about themselves
Correct.
after the way the season went.
And Ohio State fans are. It doesn't even matter,
Yeah.
natty or not. This season was a failure,
Yes,
which I love.
I love it.
Yeah. If they win a national championship, it won't be a failure.
I mean,
That's-
to-
yeah, it's
I'm-
true.
it all
That's the
depends
only
on the
thing.
fans, though.
Sure.
That's
I'm just
the only
saying, if
thing,
you win a
yeah.
national championship, you forget about
Yeah,
pretty much everything.
but you can talk shit to everyone else except for Michigan fans.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an Eddie.
That
Yeah, we
matters
still
to them.
beat that ass.
That matters a lot to them.
You still lost to a team that you were favored by 20 points. Oh, man.
All right. Well, hey, I mean, we could keep going
At this
on
point, we
this.
just
yeah,
dedicate
sorry.
the whole episode to
Yeah,
That
fucking hey, man. This
Sorry. It was a long talk. It was
I-
a long season for
We
us.
still haven't even talked about the Lions.
no,
Thanksgiving
man,
game.
smiles on the faces. So going from the complete fuck up of Ryan Day to the fuck up on Thanksgiving of
What was
Eberflus.
that, dude?
What the fuck happened the last 40 seconds of that game?
So, being at the game,
A meltdown.
it was hilarious because most of the crowd didn't know what happened either. I know
if
at
you were
home,
watching on TV, you didn't know what happened.
No,
Like-
you had no idea.
and we're just, I'm, in my head. Oh, they're taking a lot of time. Oh, they're not going to get this. And I'm yelling throughout the play. This is the last play. This is the last play. This is the last play. The ball goes incomplete, and people still aren't cheering. And I'm like, the game's over. The game is over. And they're like, kind of still not sure. And then they started picking up on it, and no one really even knew what to do because they couldn't believe that they could be that inept.
So the Bears, same old Lions dust, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
But I was waiting for them to be like, oh, there's another second on the official clock.
Yep.
That and that's
Yeah.
what I was waiting on. And then
No. Yeah.
when the both sides started coming, I was like, no fucking way
What
that just happened. 39 seconds he had,
So, in the best,
and they had one play in that time
the best part
With
too
a
is
timeout in
with a
your pocket.
timeout in your pocket.
you look deeper into it and you start to think, okay, so what happened here? And what Eberflus was trying to do actually makes sense. It's probably the smartest thing. The only explanation I have, Caleb Williams forgot they had a timeout. Not saying they should have used it, but he got the play call in from Eberflus, and the plan was to get 5 to 10 yards, get a closer field goal range over the middle of the field,
Yeah.
Call a timeout.
or call a quarterback draw. But that's what they were planning to do. And Caleb Williams said, we're not going to be able to run this play and run the field goal team out here and spike the ball. So he audibled to a deep ball. He wanted to take a shot at the end zone. And
Well, the other part of it is he didn't even throw it in the end zone. So
No, he
even
didn't.
if he caught that ball,
Yeah.
they would have lost.
yeah, so I think on the fly he panicked. He said your communications go off when the play clock goes to a certain point, and he was completely fucking wrong. And Eberflus post game didn't throw him under the bus completely when they asked him whether he
Right,
would have
just
handled
did
it
it
differently. He said he did it the way he planned to do it. But now that he's fired, I bet you he wish he would have been like, well, if they run the fucking play I called. But that being said, you're still the coach, man. Call timeout.
Well, that's the thing. And once it gets to 18 seconds, now you have to take a timeout.
Yeah, once you realize things aren't going how you wanted them to go, you're in charge.
Like coaches there's time segments in your head, right? Like you have to be there. Once it hits a certain time frame,
Yep.
and you knew that he audibled away from your play because you could see him doing it,
Yep.
right? It's okay, timeout.
And
And now you try to get a 5-yard shot to the sideline.
absolute worst case, you had 50. It's a 58-yard field goal. I know his career long was like 56 or 55.
It's still
you're indoor.
but take the shot.
Absolute worst case at some point.
Fucking New England tried a 68-yard.
Even if you just gotta, even if you just gotta call timeout and try the field goal,
Fuck it, let's kick this thing.
it's better
in an
than what they
outdoor
did.
stadium in 12-degree weather.
Yeah, couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
But absolute worst case, if you think, oh shit, it's getting down too far, and you call timeout, just try
also,
your field goal.
You have a rookie quarterback. You as the coach,
Yep.
like, okay, it's over his head. Fucking.
Yep.
Call
100%.
it.
100%. So, just
But hey, I will take that side of a SOL anytime.
yep.
My favorite play of Thursday was Penei Sewell. Apparently going to pass the ball. I don't know what he was doing.
He was going to throw it.
It looked like it was a run
It was
that he
pass.
also had the option to pass, and he was like, I'm fucking throwing this thing.
throwing
And then he tucked it and threw 7 guys
heard-
off of him.
I heard he won Angry Run of the Week.
He won Angry Run of
Yeah,
the Week
that's-
as well.
That's deserved.
So, I mean, anytime you got an O lineman doing something like that,
He broke 7 tackles and didn't hit the ground.
Yeah.
he just kept rolling. Yeah, one angry run. Just athlete out
Just
there.
our fucking two backs are so fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think also just the pure of like they honestly don't. They might care, but they don't care about their personal
I don't
stats.
think they do. Yeah, they're
Like there might be a little bit in
Well,
there
they
for
know-
incentives
here's-
for pay or
but
whatnot.
here's the thing:
but
they
like,
both know they're getting touches,
Right.
And they both. And here's how you run better: you stay fresh.
Also, didn't know Monty was a vegetarian.
yeah.
His post game, fucking
The picture
Carrot.
with the
He's just-
carrot's incredible.
That's hilarious.
yeah. They're all like biting, and he's just
Yep.
eating the carrot. Man, that's great shit.
The takeaway with the Lions was
We're banged up.
we're banged up. If we convert a couple of those field goals into touchdowns in the first half, we
Yes.
run away with that game, and it's an embarrassment for Chicago. The fact they even hung around and came back, good for them. Against all of our backup defensive players, but it's now Thursday again. Got to get guys healthy. I'm really happy that after this Packers game we get 10 days off before the Bills game
Fuck.
because
So
we need to get people healthy.
These are big. Heard of this morning. DJ Reader probably not going to play.
Pascal.
That's huge.
Answer.
Levi
Yep.
not going to play. Pascal not going to play. Decker
Not gonna
probably
play.
not going to play. In addition to that, Mingo got put on IR. Malcolm Rodriguez, obviously, we know that got put on IR.
Yep.
Khalif's on IR. We could keep going. Melifonu's still on IR.
I think
They put him
Carlton
back in
Davis.
IR.
Carlton Davis is the only good news we got. I think he's supposed to play.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Period.
Correct. And then the signings of 5 year ago
Jamal
elite
Adams.
players that we just keep
Quan
bringing
Alexander, David
in. Quan
Long Jr.
Alexander,
The wild Jamal Adams is he's playing linebacker.
linebacker.
I like it.
Saw
I
it
mean,
yesterday.
what was it? His last
yeah.
season, he had 9.5 sacks. It's like,
I'm cool with it. Yep.
hey, what
No,
cause something.
Empty the tank, man.
So going through game one of the Lions, we have one starter in our front seven, and that's
ridiculous.
McNeil. One.
Yep.
That's wild.
Fucking God, please protect McNeil.
Yeah.
Like, protect him at all costs.
I mean, here's the thing: is that they had a good point. This was the pressure of our season. We had the early bye week.
Yep.
This was the shortest. We got 10 games before Buffalo, but this right here was where we needed to get through it, and we got injured.
Yep.
So if
But
we
we
can,
were injured going into that game.
Yeah.
And then we
correct.
got more.
and then we
injured.
got more injured. Now we could say the positive. I mean, it could be a negative too. Is it's pretty much all defense. So we have most of our offense intact. Because if it was spread, I mean, then both of your sides of the ball are really struggling.
Yeah.
We got pretty much our whole offense there besides Decker.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got 2 weeks here. We're gonna have to outscore teams.
Right. So hey, put that up and just hey,
because Zeitler was back.
yeah, Sightley's back. Right. It's just Decker and
Raymond.
Khalif,
Cleve. Wait, now yeah.
which
I wouldn't be surprised. So I said it earlier. Josh Reynolds got waived by the Broncos.
I could see him coming back.
I could see him coming back. He knows our offense.
Just don't throw him the ball in the playoffs.
No, you can throw him in the playoffs. Just don't throw him in the fourth quarter of the NFC Championship
Yes.
game.
Throw it to Tim
Playoffs,
Patrick.
he was great. Tim Patrick is incredible.
Yep.
Talk about
So
an
huge.
unsung fucking hero. My dad was just we were watching the game. He's like, "How old is this guy?" I'm like, "He's been in the league for a minute."
I'm still confident in Allen Robinson too, if he was your fourth or fifth guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
So I saw we waived Maurice Alexander. Are we bringing DPJ up to the active roster?
that's the rumor is something like that. But we'll see because I still don't know who they plan to have return punts on.
Because
Thursday.
I think they have JMO and
They
that's
mentioned
their thoughts.
they mentioned it, and yeah, they said JMO and
I just-
Terry and Arnold.
I
are
just-
the
it doesn't-
two that keep fighting to be a chance at punt returns.
I mean, for a possible big play, yeah, but it doesn't measure up.
I heard Tom.
I don't want him getting injured and being.
I heard DPJ or Tom Kennedy were both potential
Okay.
call ups.
Tom Kennedy, I could say he's always just there.
What about who's the guy they drafted? The guy, the lacrosse player that played linebacker, running back,
Oh,
Vaki.
Vaki. Where can he return punts?
I don't know. It's a different ball game returning punts. If you haven't done it, it's not something. But I'm pretty sure he did in college. So
yeah, I know he returned kicks.
yeah.
Kicks and
Wasn't
punts
that
are-
what he was? He was a
kicks-
special
kicks-
special teams guy.
He was a running back. But
He was
yeah,
a-
we
he was
drafted him as
everything.
a Swiss Army knife of
That
sorts.
motherfucker
So,
Yeah.
played DN.
Yeah, throw him
I'm-
out there, man. Let's make it happen, man.
yeah, if he can catch punts, I'd be cool. with it.
I was gonna say catching punts is way different than catching kickoffs. By the way, if you haven't done either,
Yeah.
they're way different. The spins on the ball are different.
It's
Punts
a-
are typically much higher. And
Yeah.
you have way less space with guys running full speed at you.
It's
It's a lonely feeling.
Yeah, and if you haven't done it in college and stuff, it's not something you're just gonna pick up on. So I don't know if he did. I assumed he did though. So
Well, they were in the St. Brown podcast. He was talking. He's like, his brother asked him. He's like, "When's the last time you caught punts?" He's like, "I don't know, USC." That's how good he is. That's how much they trust that guy.
Right. Just throw him out. I mean,
Hey, but I would prefer them to just say, "Hey, fair catch it. I
Yeah.
don't care where the ball's at."
save that for the playoffs. If you need, I mean, if you're in a punt, it's similar to what Michigan did a lot this year with Tyler Morris and Samaj Morgan. Samaj Morgan was your punt returner, but whenever we're in a situation where it was like, this absolutely needs to be caught, we used to do with Ronnie Bell.
Yeah.
Like, you put Tyler Morris back there, and he was the
Yep.
guy that caught it.
catch
So
it. Yeah, fair catch
there's
it.
different, plays going into a punt return, whether what your goal is. So
I'm sure they could probably find somebody that
I think good.
specializes in that. But,
I'm just. So
but
the good
DPJ
news-
did. I mean,
Well,
and
that's
he's
why.
so just
That's
he's
why I
on your
think-
practice squad. Just bring him up.
And Tom Kennedy did for us before. I remember him catching punts early on in his career. He's
Throw-
just been around the Lions practice squad for like 5 years.
Throw Panay back there, dude. See what happens.
He's so good.
I love it.
I just like
I
the
love him so much.
the line. Like I don't know. Like defensively scares the shit out of you, right? Because like you said, the good news is hopefully our entire secondary's back.
I mean that's the bright side, right? And opposed to other years where it was like we had somewhat of a front seven and our secondary was complete
Abysmal.
ass.
Yeah.
Now we'll see. We got the two of the top 5 safeties in the league, and you have 2 corners that are legit. Like my thing is that whoever fills in, so whoever's the starting other tackle, which I don't even know who that is right now on our staff.
We got nothing.
Right,
D tackle.
D tackle.
I don't know. We signed 3 practice squad
That's what I'm saying. So
D linemen.
whoever that's going to be, they're not playing every play. So it's going to be the substitute of that person that I'm nervous about. So
Yeah.
who the fuck is that? Right? Like, what's his Muhammad and Smith? Like, they're not going to be out there every play.
Yeah.
So who's playing?
Shout out to Muhammad too. He had a good game Thursday.
He filled in and
Oh,
played
Broderick
well.
Martin's back.
Yep, that helps.
So Broderick's probably going to be
He's
our
gonna be-
starting D tackle.
Yeah.
So hey, just bend, don't break. Do what you can.
That's
I mean,
the thing.
here's the thing too: is Love's going to make some mistakes. We got to catch those picks.
The craziest thing in all this too is we're 11-1. The fucking Eagles and Vikings are 10-2, right on our heels still. Like, would you just lose a game? Like,
Well, the
Well-
fucking Vikings should have lost.
the Vikings should have lost. They should be way worse. Than
I actually like what Jansen said. He's like, if they were to lose, we don't have the same steam.
yeah,
Keep pushing us.
yeah.
Keep pushing us to be better.
I could use
But
one more game cushion though.
If we lose to Green Bay, we lose the 1 seed too, which sucks.
that's what I mean. We're that close to.
yeah, that's
Well, then the Minnesota game means something.
I'm not trying
well,
to play
I'm
at
saying
Philly.
with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm not trying to play
Sure.
at Philly.
I don't care about our division. I'm talking about the
Yeah, that's true.
because it comes down to
Do they have
the-
to play Washington again though?
that's their
Yeah, they
own
do.
that's their only game they have. That
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, their last games are pretty cake.
We are the best team. in
I
the
would rather
NFC.
lose to the Bills. Bills game I would rather lose to than Green Bay because that has more losing in the NFC and losing in the division because that's what the tiebreaker comes to, right?
Yeah.
Divisional record.
Divisional record.
We're the
So-
best team in the NFC. I just don't want to have to play at Philly. So yeah, that's what I'm paying the most attention to the next
Right.
4 or 5 weeks. is-
Which Goff proved that he can do it. You don't need to prove it again, bud.
Yeah.
Like let's just play at home.
we'll just
Let's get you comfortable.
Philly just lose the rest of your games. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just do that. But
But yeah, overall great game. 23-20.
I mean, I guess on a positive note, with the defense, we signed all veteran linebackers that were really good at one point.
My thing is, so let's say they start playing well, and then we get healthy. What are we doing then? Who are we kicking off? Hey, thanks for filling in for 2 weeks. Have a great day. Wow.
Anzalone is the captain of your defense. He's going to play.
Oh,
when he's
that's what I'm
healthy.
saying. Like,
And, well, the other one's going to have to play because Rodrigo's done and Barnes is gone.
so we need it anyways.
And
Someone's going to need to fill in
Nowatzki
there.
and Ben Neiman, I think,
Yeah.
is the other one.
Yeah. Is Reeve Maben supposed to come back?
at this
I
point,
know he's not huge on their defense, but he's our special teams captain.
At this point, I've lost track of all the injuries.
Like we lost.
What did you say were the stats from yesterday?
It was I gotta pull it.
20.
So I don't have them in front of me, but my buddy sent it to me. Lions have 24, I think it was, people on IR or injured. They had 15 that are IR.
Yeah.
And if you compare it to the league average, they are 75% more injured than the average team.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So it's and Green Bay I think has 4, and we have 25.
And it is crazy to think that how is it all the defense?
I know.
Like every time.
I mean, like I said, is that a good thing though? Because we
think-
still have our offense
Oh, we
intact.
can score.
Probably.
I mean, imagine if we had 3 O linemen missing in addition to that, or like now we can't.
We're setting up for some shootouts here.
I mean, last year we were probably one of the healthiest teams going into the playoffs.
yeah.
We were the healthiest team. Going
Could have been
the.
right, and that's a big part of it.
Saw some videos of Aiden Hutchinson walking around.
I know.
I don't expect him back, but
No,
it's just good to see.
The fact that he's on the right track, right?
Yeah.
It was walking out of his suite
Yeah.
when he was walking, which is pretty cool.
But crazy.
Lions play
Packers.
yeah,
Thursday night.
Tomorrow night.
Packers. It's gonna be fun. All right, I'm gonna get into our over unders. We had a very good week by. I'm sorry, you lost 2. I miscounted you. My bad. Very good week by Duffy. He had 8 of 10. Callie had 4. One was in his best week. I had 5. I'm normally floating around that 50%, so that's cool. Passing yards over 265 for Jared Goff. Duff was the only one that took the under. He had 221. Bears final versus Cade Cunningham scoring. We all sucked. Oh, shit. I put that green. Duff, you sucked again. Sucker. You only got 7.
How many points did Kate score?
11.
Jesus.
So, Kelly, you had 3. Duffy, you had 7. I had 4. So we all got worse. My bad, guys. Goalies, Red Wing goalie saves versus Caleb Williams. This almost was good how I wrote it because 2 goalies played. Still 27. Caleb had 39 attempts. I got that wrong. You guys both got it right. J-Mo over DJ Moore. We did not get that. None of us. Gibbs, all-purpose, 125. I missed it. I was the only one that took the over. He had 104. St. Brown catches over Jalen Duren. Rebounds.
He had 0.
He had 0. He only played like 8 minutes. And St. Brown had 5 catches. I was the only one that took that. Monty over Swift. We all cashed on that. Wings final score versus Lions sacks. This is actually a lot closer. 5 sacks, 4 goals for the Wings.
5 sacks.
You were the only one that took the Wings on that one.
5 fucking sacks. You suck, Bear.
Lions TDs versus Jaden Ivey's assists. Callie took a tie, so that didn't happen. Duff took Ivy. I took the Leos. 2-5. That would be Jaden Ivey assists. And defensive touchdowns, or special teams. We didn't have one. Callie also the only one to take that. So, yeah.
Hey, at least I'm out here.
You out there
believing in
trying.
my team.
You out here trying. Except it is now Duff has 70 on the season. Callie has 60. I've caught up to you. I have 59. I'm right there. Nipping at your heels. All right, so let's get into this one. We'll be real quick because we've been rolling here for a little bit now. Jared Goff passing yards, 265. Over, under.
Over. Fuck the Packers.
I say fuck the Packers. I am going to take the under again. I think we are going to lean on the run game because of the defensive situation.
I think our offense is going to be explosive. I'm going over. Packers final.
I hate when Josh joins me on my pick.
Why? I should be the one upset. You're the one that fucking downhill.
Yeah,
on
but
this.
now you're going to bring me down with you.
Okay, do you want me to go first?
No. Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Packers final over Cade Cunningham's points. I'm taking the Pack.
Cade. Wait, what was it? I didn't even listen.
Cade points or
Cade
Pack
points
final?
or Packers points?
Fuck.
Ooh, that's a good one. Sticking with Cade.
Yeah, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go with Cade on this one.
Yep. Red Wing goalie saves over Jordan Love's pass attempt.
Wait. What game is the Pistons?
Sorry,
game?
I
I'm
did not
sorry.
announce that.
Yeah.
Red Wings are playing on Saturday against the Avs at home, and the Pistons are playing the New York Knicks on the
All
road.
right, then I'll take Cade. I didn't know if you were doing the Celtics
My
game
bad.
tonight.
Nope, I did not.
Because I would not be taking that.
Nope. Red Wings goalie saves versus Love's pass attempts.
Love's pass.
Love.
They're going to
because they can't run.
slinging that thing around.
even though we have no defensive lineman left.
And Josh Jacobs is
He's
pretty
having a pretty good season. St. Brown yards versus Jaden Reed's yards.
St. Brown. Because their secondary is still intact.
That's a tough one.
Reed blew its load last week.
Reed's
wild
been solid all year, though.
What's wild is I know this because I bet his over last week. He fucking sucked. He had 2 touchdowns, but he had like
5 yards.
20. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
not a lot of yards. So I'll take
Well,
St. Brown
So I think it's going to be a landslide Saint because
because that hoodie you wore.
probably he's going to wear it again.
I'm
Do you
sure
wear it again?
It's a Monroe
Do you know?
St. Brown.
Do you know
He's
what
gonna
it said
wear
on the
something.
back?
Detroit Fox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's no one said anything about that.
But yeah, no, I think he's definitely gonna do something.
Damn it.
He loves messing with Green Bay.
What?
Who got San Fran's running back?
Dude, I'm so pissed. I don't want to talk about
You
it.
took Jordan Mason, didn't
No.
I cut that guy.
We'll talk
like 2
about it
weeks ago.
after. No, we'll just talk about it now. I put all my stuff in, but I don't adjust my fab budget till the night of because I got to think about it. I fell asleep last night. Dill got him for like 70. I'm pissed, man.
We talking about Garendo?
Yes.
I had him like 3 or 4 weeks
I know.
ago, and I cut him because McCaffrey
Well,
came back.
I had my whole fab budget, and I was going to use it to so no one else could get him. It's not. I didn't need him, but I just wanted.
By the way, Nick Westbrook-Akine was out there.
I know. I tried to get him too
I got him.
because I didn't add my fab budget.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
I needed him.
I didn't need either of them.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Gibbs over 125. All
All
purpose.
purpose?
He was 104 last week.
Under.
I feel like, he must break a big one. But I got to go under too.
Okay, taking over. Offense needs to be rolling. It's going to be what it's going to have to be. J. Mo's return yards.
Under.
You don't know what I'm comparing it
If
to.
it's 1, under.
J-Mo's return yards.
If he's returning any kicks.
Can we
punts.
say Lions punt returners? Because he might not be the guy.
Well,
That's the point.
okay.
Duff, just take the
No,
dub.
I
Take
was.
the under and let Josh go over, and we win.
It was going to be Red Wings scores, but let me change it. Return yards for the Lions versus the Pistons' final score.
Pistons finals.
Pistons final score.
Yeah,
you
that's-
should have said Red Wings shot attempts or something.
Well, that could be like 6.
Shots? They should get at least like 20.
They won a game with 11 shots.
No.
Okay, well, that's just.
Whatever we took, Josh takes the other.
No, I'm taking the Stones. Fuck you guys. So
Should have just let him keep it at JMO. We could have picked one
whatever.
up. You forgot.
Monty's rushing yards versus Josh Jacobs' rushing yards.
Fuck.
That is a tough one.
No, it's not.
Monty, I'm a homer.
Money.
Taking Jacobs. Lions sacks versus Red Wings final.
Don't do this to me again.
I gotta say Red Wings final.
That's what I did last week.
Different team.
Give me the sacks.
Wow, I'm taking Wings for sure.
Fuck.
Lions TDs. How many touchdowns they score? Jaden Ivey assists.
Lions tutties this time.
Tie.
I'm 4-4. It is 2 points if he gets it.
Give me the tie.
Okay. Who do you take? Ivy?
Lions.
You're taking Leos?
Yeah.
I'll take Ivy.
It's coming. Double points.
And the last one is defensive special touchdown for the Leos.
No.
The one time when I finally give up on them, they're gonna do it.
I'm the only one that got it.
I've wrote it the last 2 weeks for L's. That's why I switched. All right, you know what? I'm gonna say no, just because I want them to get one. I'm gonna reverse jinx it.
Just like when I was taking whoever Michigan was playing.
Mhm.
All right. That's the over-unders.
So if you're at home, bet a Brian Branch pick 6 because
I got one more thing here before we send to the picks. I forgot about it. We got the NFL playoff graphic watch. Did you guys change anything? Anyone that you're feeling better about, feeling worse about? We can hit through the teams real quick if you guys want to rifle out who you guys got. But my Mine didn't change at all.
Not yet, but I think the Bills are slowly taking over the best team in the AFC.
Well, that's why we did the graphic.
Yeah.
I honestly, if you were to do a top 5 right now, who
The
would
Bills
you
would
put?
be number 2.
I think I might put Bills at 1.
Now the Lions are number 1 still.
Lions are my one.
I just think that I think they were very close, and I think their last 2 wins were good, where the Lions wins weren't as good, and they're injured and depleted. But
Cool story.
Josh
Lions.
Allen.
I've been
Josh
on-
Allen's is putting his Superman cape on right now.
he's MVP right now.
It is wild to look at this and see there's 2 11-1 teams, 3 10-2 teams. Like, what is going on?
So I have Eagles in the East. If you have anything different, let me know.
No, it's still them.
I have the Cardinals coming out of the West.
I got Seattle.
Do you?
Yep.
I think
And
you had Seattle too, didn't you, Duff?
In partly because Seattle plays Cardinals this week, and I
And-
think Seattle wins.
And I think Cards are going to win. So I have the Bucks coming out of the South, which Atlanta's right now winning.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta
You have
looks
the tiebreaker.
terrible.
So you guys,
I'm cool.
Atlanta off a bye looked terrible.
you have
Yeah.
Atlanta or you have the Bucks?
I got the Bucks. Kirk Cousins has
Okay.
now laid 3 straight eggs.
Yeah.
He's looked terrible.
He looked
He is,
awful. He might get
however-
pulled.
No,
Yeah, it's been bad.
he's not this week because he's going home to Minnesota
Yeah.
to have a game.
Let him have it. Lions out of the North.
Yes.
The wild cards, I have Manders, Packers, Vikings.
Manders, Packers, Vikings.
It could be in a different order, but those are
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even more clear cut. No.
the. Yep. Bills out of the East.
Yes.
Chiefs out of the West.
Yes.
Texans out of the South.
God, what a shitty division.
Fucking.
But
I
yeah.
mean,
The Chiefs keep scraping by, too. But yeah, Texans.
and then I have the Ravens out of the North.
Oh, it's tough because they just.
I
took that
still
L to
have
the
it,
Eagles
but
in Pittsburgh.
how many
keeps
games
fucking
back are they
winning.
from the Steelers?
They're 2 back without the tiebreaker. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Do they play them again?
I think they do. Let me look.
They will play them.
Yeah, they do. 2 weeks.
Okay.
They play them in Baltimore.
I'm gonna stick with the Ravens as well.
I have Ravens winning it. I have the Steelers.
I'm a Steelers hater.
I have the Steelers in the wild card. I have the Chargers and Duff's Broncos.
Steelers, Chargers, Broncos.
Same. Okay.
I do think the Steelers win, though.
I re-
It's the
Really,
Steelers- I
really
have
wanted
Steelers
to
and
keep the
Ravens.
Bengals in there. I just
Can't, man.
They're
Just-
done. They could.
I mean,
Put
there's
a
still
fork
a
in 'em.
shot,
They have
but
to win out,
well, it's not only that, but
and they need help.
they need a lot of help.
Yeah.
Just like Miami. Miami could be in there too, but it's just there's too much that has to happen. Cool. I think we're all on the same page. I think top 5 in the league probably are Lions, Bills, Chiefs,
Question mark.
Eagles.
Oh, Eagles, yeah. Pittsburgh. Telling you right now, it's Pittsburgh. They keep winning.
I mean, do you
overall
say,
or
do you say
AFC?
no overall? Do you say Vikings?
No, because
I mean,
they're scraping
because of
back
their
here.
straight record.
I got Lions, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles.
All right, you got the 4.
Steelers are for me.
For me,
I think I go
They
Vikings.
They keep winning, and the Vikings.
Vikings are the same thing though.
I still think the Packers are better than the Vikings.
I do too.
So
I think the Ravens are better than the Steelers.
I honestly, for me,
Steelers just keep winning.
yeah.
But
Right
our
now, the Steelers beat
He-
the Ravens.
Yeah.
right.
In my mind, that's what happened. Steelers beat the Ravens.
For
Do
me,
the Steelers play the Vikings. Who wins?
I think the Steelers win.
Yeah.
I
Dangerous could be MVP, man.
out of respect,
playing well.
Out of
He's playing
respect
well.
for
They,
how
they play good defense. They run
do.
the fuck out of the football.
They are.
And Russ is so when he can run the football, he threw for what 412 yards the other
Yeah,
day.
he did.
Something stupid.
My-
4
my-
touchdowns.
my 5 would be the Ravens as well, but out of respect for power rankings and what's actually happened this season, it's still got to be Green Bay or Minnesota for me, or the Steelers.
Yeah.
I think.
So we're all in the same boat
but
there.
yeah. I think.
Do we want to take a moment just to talk about Jameis Winston on the pod?
No,
Jesus Christ, he's hilarious.
I know you love him, but
He's so good.
What is
He's just a human meme.
he?
Put him in
He's
prime
a
time every week.
walking,
Is he-
walking meme.
I think he's the best thing for football because you get such great plays and such terrible plays from him.
Yeah.
And he just, you guys both played quarterback. Like, throwing a pick sucks.
Yeah.
He just deletes it, comes back, and then throws an 80-yard touchdown. Like, what? And then he'll forget that and throw another fucking pick 6.
Yep.
It's like, what are you doing, man?
I know we complain about some of the matchups that get put in prime time, but if you just told me Jameis Winston's going to play like every Thursday night,
I'm watching
watch. I'd watch.
I'm watching.
I'm definitely watching post game.
It's
Just
so good.
he's incredible.
No, definitely watch
It is he's I want Tampa versus Cleveland every week. I need Baker out there. I need Jameis.
Against
It's
his old
great.
team.
It's great. It's great. All right, throw it to the picks, and then we'll hit the dog of the week and lock of the week.
Yeah, rolling to the picks. I did not have a great week. I was 6-4. You were both 8-2. Bringing our totals, I am 51-34. You are both 47-38.
I thought I was 9-1.
No, because we were going into the Broncos game. You were 8-1.
Didn't the Broncos win?
No, I'm sorry, not the Broncos game.
Should I won that one?
It was. They didn't cover.
They did their best, though.
It was 5.5.
That's all that matters.
When did they win by 5?
3.
Fuck.
So jumping in, we're gonna go to Sunday night first. Not a ton. So college football is almost.
Conference championship
It's
week.
conference championship week, so we're not gonna have a Michigan game for you or Michigan State. So I had to find some other stuff to do.
We almost glossed over Michigan State.
But
Popped.
we will.
Fucking Rutgers. Can't make a bowl game. Sorry.
That's funny.
It's okay. It is funny. It is funny. Chargers at the Chiefs Sunday night. Chargers +4.
Give me Rutgers. Wait, what? What? Chargers +4 against the Chiefs?
Yeah,
Didn't they already beat the Chiefs? No, wait. They battled them.
they battle them. That's why I'm gonna take them.
It's at KC.
Yeah, that's tough. It's
I
cold.
fucking hate KC. They just keep squeaking by.
I mean, they beat Vegas by 3, right?
I had 3.5. Is it 4?
It's at 4. It moved to 4 already. So I'm taking the 4.
Give me the points, too.
Chargers.
Come
they're,
on.
They're,
Come on.
they're also my dog of the week.
Come on, Jimmy.
Ooh, all right. We are going to go Bengals at Cowboys. Bengals are favored by 5.5. They got to beat somebody. I'm taking the Bengals. I'm going with them. Taking the Bengals.
Said favored 5.5.
Yeah, at Dallas.
Give me the Bengals, too. Dallas is a fucking... They're
They're
terrible.
a shit show.
Bengals putting up 50. They just can their defense play.
Dallas
And
did show up on
playing-
Thanksgiving. That's the best game they're going to have for the rest of the season.
Who did they play?
They played the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are the Giants' defense that much better than the Bengals' defense?
I mean...
They don't score points.
Well, right. Touche.
And Joe Burrow is going to put up 50 against the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Bengals.
I know you guys said there's incentives there or something, but I still, for the life of me, don't understand why Trey Lance, if you sign the dude, run him out.
Play him.
This is the perfect few games to just see what you got with him. They must think he's terrible.
Well, they paid Russ $60 million. It's
Yeah.
not like he's going to play.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Try to get some value for him.
Yeah. Who are you taking?
Bengals.
Okay.
Bengal.
All right, we're going to jump to the SEC championship game. Georgia at Texas.
Love it.
Texas is -3.
I can't wait to watch this one.
I can't either, but I am thinking the Horns.
Wait, what is it?
-3 Texas. I think Texas. I don't think Georgia's very good.
I think Texas has been the better team, but Georgia fucking manhandled them the last time they played. But yeah,
I just think Georgia's been on a downhill spiral. For fuck's sake, they went into 4 overtimes against
I-
Georgia Tech.
I think
Hey.
Georgia has more to play for. If they lose, I think they're out. I
They
think
are out.
Right.
I just don't think they're going to make it.
I think Georgia's going to win. Which I
um,
hate saying that because I fucking hate their coach.
I got Texas, and I'm leaning there just because
I hope Texas
Wait.
wins.
it's the SEC championship. Where the game? Oh fuck, the game's at the Falcons. Give me Georgia. Talk about some shit that they need to rotate these
Yeah, they
conference
do.
championship games. By the way, Big Ten doesn't care because nobody from Indiana is ever good. But
Except this year.
yeah,
And they didn't make it to Big Ten
yeah, but
championship.
how do you play it every year in Atlanta? Like
I know.
it's a home game.
It's a home team for Georgia, who's been in it forever.
Yeah, put them in Florida. Florida's,
We'll go
Florida sucked
to.
last-
We're going to go to the Big Ten championship where Penn State is playing Oregon, and Oregon is only favored by 3. That's a dog
That's
shit
a-
line.
Yeah, it is.
Oregon's going to win by probably 21.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ducks.
I think it's going to be a lot closer, but I'm going to take Oregon. I just think it's going to be an ugly.
It's going to be like Michigan, Iowa, Michigan. It's going to be one.
I think we're going to see something like 20-13 or something.
All right, let's go to Wings tonight at Ottawa. Over under 6.
Over. It's goal scoring season, baby. Whatever that means.
Just so we know this, every time we do this, it's the under, but the next 2 games are over.
Yeah. I saw last night was like 9 goals or something.
Under. It was. It was 5-4.
Yeah.
I'll take under.
Josh doesn't like fun. How many games have I had to play with? 4. All right, I'm going over. And we got the Stones at the Celtics.
Celtics.
Yikes.
Celtics are favored by 14.
25. Celtics.
Um,
They lost last night too in a close one against the Bucks.
give me the points, baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a lot of fucking points.
No.
Pistons are real good on a back-to-back when they got to travel.
Wrong.
Fuck.
You're taking the Celtics.
I'm taking the Pistons.
Spread didn't matter.
They got some pride, man. And
So
yesterday was
Spread
embarrassing.
matters. And that's going to wrap. We're going to wrap up with our Detroit Lions at home tomorrow against the Pack minus 3.5 Leos.
Give me the Lions.
Can't go against them.
I really want to, but it's not worth it.
This guy.
Can't do it.
This guy.
For any time to go against the Lions, it'd be this weekend. You can't do it. You gotta take the Leos.
Can't
Oh,
do
thought
it.
you were gonna do it.
Won't do it. All right, Kelly, go ahead.
I agree though. This one.
This would be the
this is
week,
a tough one.
right?
So a lock and dog of the week. Again, all three of us last week went 1-1. All three of us.
I went
And-
2-0 last week, actually.
It was close. No, you didn't. You liar.
I did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
You said
But,
again.
You're right. That's
Said
true.
again.
But so we stand at Josh still leading 8-8. I'm 7-9. Duff 6-10.
Wow, right there.
And it all swung on 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you went 2-0.
Mhm.
I was 1-1. Duff was 0-2. So this week I'm gonna open it up. My lock of the week. I got the Buccaneers to beat the Raiders. They're they're 6.5 point favorites.
Wow.
I think the Raiders blew their load last week and they did it for nothing because they still lost.
Bucks
So,
are a good team.
Bucks are 6-6. They need it.
I'm going to go to college football. My lock of the week is Oregon.
Oregon. Okay. How about you, Josh?
Taking the Niners over the Bears.
Niners over the Bears. Okay. How about your dog?
I already told you that. Chargers, Chiefs.
So you got the Niners
Lock
as
it.
your lock.
Chargers are winning.
Chargers
Jimmy.
as your dog.
Jimmy's coming up big.
Duffy has Oregon as his lock. Who's your dog?
My dog is going to be the...
Ohio State? Oh, they're not playing this week.
No, my dog of the week will be Seattle. over
Fuck
Arizona.
you. That's
can
my
take the
dog
same
as
one.
well.
I
That's my
really
dog
hope.
as well.
I wanted to take Atlanta. I really want Atlanta.
That's such
to,
a fuck division, man.
This is the week that they finally get some separation. Seattle 7-5.
I just don't
Arizona
think
6-6.
Seattle's that good.
I don't either.
They throw the ball
I
9,000
know.
times a game.
I know, they do.
You have
Yeah.
two good running
I
backs.
know. I don't. That's just like
I just believe in.
they've upset. I took Seattle a few times at the beginning of the year. 'Cause
I
had
believe in
faith
Kyler Murray even less though. The new Call of Duty game came out.
I mean, they looked horrendous. They were.
He's been really bad since.
Or
it
they
came out.
like they were 1-5
saw-
in the red zone.
I saw,
That's
a
funny.
I
I
saw a
didn't even
graphic
think-
this morning of Kyler Murray wearing an army helmet, like an actual like soldier's helmet, and it said his stats since the Call of Duty game came out, and it's bad. So
But they were good until they got into the red zone. They were horrendous in the red zone.
I mean, what's going on with Marv Jr.?
I don't know.
He doesn't look great.
He doesn't.
No, I mean he has some knocks about not getting separation and all that, but it's like just throwing the ball.
This is because he, should have been. What did he do? I don't remember what he did. He didn't practice.
He didn't do the combine. He didn't do anything.
He didn't need any of it. He was preparing
Yeah.
for the NFL.
I don't know.
Maybe you
It's-
should have prepared a little more, buddy.
I don't know. It's tough to say with him right now, but yeah, he's
He'll be
struggling.
good. Just put the work in, man. What are you doing?
Yeah. But
Best rookie running back, receiver?
no,
What
Lad McConkey.
Yeah. What a week we've had in sports, though.
Guy from Jacksonville.
Michigan's basketball team won yesterday.
Yeah, big dub.
Big win at
Huge win for
Wisconsin.
Michigan basketball yesterday.
Just an,
huge dub. It's So obviously, college football season is dwindling down. We'll talk about Michigan when we figure out what Cheez-It or whatever shitty bowl they're going to play in. But some things to look forward to next year for the Wolverines.
Oh, shit. I didn't even bring that up. Let me refresh. Keep going.
We'll probably talk a little bit about the recruiting class next week once it's finalized today. I know Callie's keeping a very tight eye on that. And then, of course, we will continue to talk about our Leos
Yes, sir.
because they're very fun to watch, and we love it. I
Yeah.
know Callie is going to the game tomorrow.
National Signing Day has me feeling like Adam Schefter or
Yeah.
Shams over here. I'm just checking on notifications.
Currently, just so we have an update at the time, we have 1 5-star. We know who that is. 14
2 5 stars.
Babelo already signed.
Oh.
Bryce
Bebelo's
already
4. He's a 4.
No, he's a
Nice
5.
five.
He's a 5.
I got him in ESPN as a 4.
Yeah, ESPN don't know
ESPN
shit.
doesn't
Pull
know.
up that 24/7 composite.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a 5-star.
But yeah,
Okay,
we get
well, so 2, 13, 4
Did
stars
Bryce,
then.
did Bryce sign his letter yet?
to 5 o'clock today.
It says committed.
Yeah, but he is signing at Belleville High School at 5 o'clock. So
Andrew signed.
that being said, he was interviewed at the Pistons game last night, and he ended the interview with the Go Blue. So if he fucking does anything, ooh,
The corner that
Ooh.
the corner that flipped too. He signed.
Shamari Earl signed today. He's already signed, so that's good.
Yeah.
There's been no surprises. The only Boateng Owosu, he's announcing at 2:30 today, and then Andrew Olesh, our borderline 5-star tight end, is supposed to announce on Friday. So
Yeah.
he's the only one that we're gonna have to wait on.
I just read something about him that he's in.
Locked in.
It should be.
It's that.
You hope so, but you never know, man.
He's been-
college signing days are kids like to put on a show, and
Yeah, he's from like Pennsylvania area, and I guess Penn State's been heavy on him, and then Oregon. So we'll see. But he's been committed to us for a while. Hopefully he sticks.
Yeah. It says committed since July 8th.
Yeah.
bing bong.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for continuing to listen to us. We love our Detroit sports here in Michigan. So thank you for listening. That's going to wrap up episode 13 of the Tailgate Talks. We'll see you guys. And there goes the fucking celebration again. As always,
Go Blue.
go
Go
blue.
Detroit.
Forward down the field. See you guys next week.
Yep.
I said so. I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to